Hello Aquarius, Elsie here to do a bonus read for you, my friends. How are you, my smarty pantses? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. I just want to say thank you so much for the ways that you have been loving on this channel, watching these videos. I do appreciate you so much. We are growing like this tribe, this Aquarius tribe, has been growing by leaps and bounds. And I'm really grateful because for a while there it had stopped. It had stalled just a little bit. But it looks like we have tapped into an energy that you're interested in. So I'm really grateful for that. Let's find out what's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Look, I usually do a blah, blah. I usually say, look, I'm reading for the future or the current energy. I'm not reading for anything back there. We're not going to dig into anything back there. Look, I can't say that. All bets are off because we are currently in the... we're currently in a place where we've got all kinds of astrological crap going down, right? So Mercury's in retrograde, so is Venus. And also we are in the eclipse sandwich right now, right? We are in this place where we have just passed the full moon eclipse in Virgo, and we are moving into a partial solar eclipse in Aries on the 29th. So we're right in the middle where everything is sort of up in the air, right? Throw our hands in the air. It feels like all the balls are in the air, friend. Let's find out what's going on for you. Tell me about Aquarius, please. We've got the Magician. Well, I tell you what, you got to be the Magician to be handling these energies right now, for sure. You have to be a person who has got a card up every sleeve and a rabbit in the hat. Like you got to just take things as they come, I feel, and use your magic to bend time, to bend energy, to do whatever it is to make things work out to the best of your ability here. We've got the 10 of Wands. And we've got the 10 of Coins. So you're at the ends of cycles here. It feels like you are in charge, though, I want to say. That you have control of the ends of the cycles. It feels like you are, and this has sort of been a theme of your readings lately, that you are healing. That you're in some sort of a healing. As you can see, the 10 of Wands is like there's a lot of pressure on this person's back. And I feel like for you it might be money pressures, or it might be business pressures, or it might be life in general. Maybe it's your family. But it does feel like you feel under pressure to build a legacy or to build something long-term. Maybe you're looking at long-term relationship or a long-term job, or maybe you're looking at building a business. But I feel like you have all of the tools, Aquarius, to do whatever it is that you want to do. We have Sagittarius energy here. Reminds me of the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is somebody who just does what they want. They always let the freak flag fly. I'm a Sag rising. They're just going to do what they're going to do, let people give them the side eye, and I don't really care how you feel about what I'm about to do. I feel like you are in this place, the 10s are the ends of the cycles, and I feel like you've gone over something at nauseum. Like it feels like you keep going over details, you can't get out of this detail thing, and I feel like you're just ready to execute. You're ready to execute the plan that you have had all this time. It feels like it's time for you to drop these burdens. These are burdens that you've been carrying. The burden of waiting to execute this plan. There's something here that you are about to, you're about to walk through the door, and it feels like it's a new chapter for you here. That when you get your boots on the ground, like it feels like, okay, now I'm solid in the 3D. Now I got to really work. We have the 8 of Swords, we have the 2 of Cups, and we have the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, it is financial. I feel like somebody here is getting really serious about planning for the future, because the 10 of Pentacles is all about the legacy. It's all about something that's going to stand the test of time. So for some of you, it's like, I really have to get my finances in order. It's time to do that. For others of you, I feel like you're looking for a long-term love, or maybe you're not looking, but maybe you're open to it. I would say, because this door is open, it feels like maybe it's a little bit scary. I was just looking at these scary masks here. Maybe it's a little bit frightening, but it feels like it's something that you have been planning for. This is part of your plan, part of your long-term plan. I feel like you want to settle down with somebody here. The King of Coins showing here is a man, right? But someone in a man's body. But please know I'm not reading body parts. I'm reading feminine and masculine energies. I feel like there is a place right now where you feel like your hands are tied. that there really isn't anything that you can do at this time, because I feel like you're not supposed to do anything at this time. It feels like at this time, you're supposed to be ridding yourself of burdens, things you've been carrying around, and things that you felt like your hands were tied, that you couldn't do anything. You got to drop those things. If you want the freedom to go into the future and create some sort of a legacy or a long-term love, or settling down with somebody long-term, that's what this looks like here, that you have some sort of, you've built some sort of maybe financial stability for yourself, and now maybe you're ready to settle down, buy a house, maybe meet somebody, maybe have some kids, or if you have kids, maybe meet someone who has kids. But it feels like you're ready to settle down in love here with your emotions. You're ready to give yourself to somebody long term. Tell me about this Ten of Wands. What is it that you're trying to drop here? We do have the Knight of Cups. We do have the Nine of Wands. That's what it is. You keep getting hurt in love is what it feels like here. You keep getting into romantic situations and you end up being the wounded warrior. So we do have the 9 wands here, right? But you end up being the wounded warrior. And I feel like you've been in a lot of short-term things. We've got Sagittarius. I feel like you've been in a lot of short-term things in the past. We have the Knight of Cups that is facing into the past. And I feel it's because you keep chasing people that are beautiful. I feel like instead of waiting, instead of getting to know somebody from, underneath, right? I feel like maybe you jump into passion too quickly. And I'm not saying that reading isn't for everybody. I'm not saying that this is you if this is not you. So please understand that, never give your power over to the reader, right? This is the energy I'm picking up. So I'm explaining. If it matches you, fine. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Maybe next time. But the Queen of Wands tells me that you are either you are very attractive, or you are mostly going after people that you're attracted to. Look, this is something that everybody does. I mean, usually we get into a relationship with somebody that we're kind of attracted to, but I feel like your attraction is in fire. So I feel like that this Knight of Cups, it's not a king, it's a knight. And so the knights are a little bit erratic, right? This particular night, I feel like you get into the romance part of it. You introduce the passion too soon, and then it's done. Because the 9 of Wands is here, and the Queen carries a wand. That's 10 Wands, which is here. It's over, right? So it feels like you get into relationships where maybe you see somebody at the distance, and you're like, oh, that one's good looking. And I feel like when you get into it, finally you realize that this is not your long-term person. So tell me about the long-term stuff here for Aquarius. Tell me about this 10 of Pentacles, please. We've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Cups. So I think what you've realized is you're not going to find what you want by dealing with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is somebody who shows up in your life and leaves, and shows up and leaves, and somebody who doesn't give you any type of stability. The 4 of Coins is being shut off, shut down. I'm not giving you my energy. So what happens is you entertain the Queen of Wands, who's very beautiful, very adorned, right? The Queen of Wands is feminine or masculine. And they end up being the Knight of Wands. They end up being someone who comes and takes from you instead of adding to you. And so I feel like you've become shut off or closed off to love because of it. I feel like you really do want something long term, but you don't. I feel like you're fighting this effect of the Knight of Wands here. I keep meeting the Knight of Wands over and over, looking like different people, in different bodies, but it's the Knight of Wands nonetheless. And I feel it's because you're probably, instead of getting to know somebody for who they are, maybe you are first saying, oh, this one will look good on my arm. And then we'll get to know if we're compatible later. I think you need to flip it. So we have the Knight of, we have the 9 of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Cups, and then we have the 9 of Cups in the reverse. So before you even engage in a relationship that is going to be long-term, it's really of the utmost importance that you are happy, that you're happy with yourself, that you're content with yourself. I feel like the 9 of Cups in the reverse is telling me, but I never get what I want. I don't get my soulmate. I think I'm just going to stay single. I think that this 2 of Cups energy here is telling me that you do want love, but you're sort of in this place of, if I can't have a soulmate, then I'm not going to be happy. I feel like I feel like that's not a bad place to be, but I feel like you should stay single until this Nine of Cups is in the upright. I feel like you keep meeting people who you feel like they show you one face and then they become a fraud. Or like the Nine of Cups is giving me the energy of, but they suck me in and then all of a sudden it all falls apart because they're a fraudulent, like they seem like a soulmate, but they're really not. Understand that we do have soulmates that are really just sent to us to teach us lessons, and that could be that situation as well. So I feel like you hold back or feel like you don't have enough tools, or, it feels like you're being hard on yourself, Aquarius, because these love situations don't work out. I'm just going to say you haven't met your long-term person yet. And I feel like your criteria needs to change. It needs to flip. We do have the Seven of Swords, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the High Priestess. And then you start thinking to yourself, well, maybe I really don't want to be with someone for the rest of my life. I feel like you're lying to yourself. I feel like you do want to settle down because the Four of Wands is here next to the Seven of Swords. I feel like what you don't want is you don't want to be hurt anymore. So I'm going to say exercise your intuition and don't jump into fire. I feel like you're looking for someone who is more grounded, dependable, steady. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You're looking for someone who's going to move slow, who's not going to move fast. I feel like you intend to move slow when you get into a relationship, but then auga, right? This one is really attractive, feminine or masculine. And then before you know it, unfortunately, your heart is broken. And I'm not laughing because of that. But I feel like it's easy to be taken in like this. Look, everybody in the world has been taken in by this once or twice. We have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Star energy. And we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So maybe I just don't want to put any energy into it. Maybe I'll wait until I meet the right person, the Star. And so I would say that's a really good plan. That I feel like you're not going to give your energy, your time, your money. I feel like you're not going to put any energy into anything that is not absolutely staring you in the face as the Star. Somebody who lights up the whole damn room, just like you do. So this is Aquarius energy. I feel like you really do want to meet your match, and I think that you will, but I think this is a really good plan. I'm just not going to engage with people who are looking for short-term stuff, who are looking for just a little bit of romance, a little bit of play, a little bit of fun, and a little bit of passion. I'm not going to engage with a thirst trap anymore. I'm not going to give my energy to people like that. I'm going to look for the one who's head and shoulders above the rest, the one that makes me feel something, the one that is the Star, the one that everybody is saying, did you meet that person? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you are changing your criteria is what it feels like here. Outcome is the Page of Swords. The Fool, I like it, and the Eight of Wands. So you've learned a lesson. I have two cards in the tarot for me that are lessons learned, and one of them is the Page of Swords. It's at the beginning of learning a lesson, and the other one, learning the lesson, like the total recap, you've learned the lesson, is the Hierophant. So I feel like the Page of Swords is telling me, Aquarius, you're catching on, that there is a new door that can open here, and it's okay to go quick if you want to. Just don't give everybody your energy, because I feel like you're valuable, and you know you're valuable. You know your value, you know you're valuable, and you're worth more than the Knight of Wands or the Queen of Wands. You're worth more than that energy. You're worth more than somebody who just is going to hold back and only take what they want and not add to your life, not give you anything, but take a lot from you. There's no need to be completely closed off to love. I feel like you just won't give your energy to anybody who does not match this Star energy. The Star energy is the energetic connection. Like, we have a lot to talk about. We can talk about the sun, the moon, and the stars. The conversation never stops. Like, it feels like this Star energy is you're looking for the Star. You're not looking for somebody who, is just going to, be attracted to your body or to yourself and just want to jump into passion with you. We've got the Five of Swords. They have to be willing to give you some sort of good argument. I'm not seeing the Five of Swords as a bad sort of energy in this reading. I'm seeing this energy as witty banter. I'm seeing this as this person has to be able to match me intellectually. They have to be able to debate without getting angry. We have to be able to disagree and still come to a place where we still like each other. We have to have differences of opinion, but ones that don't make us break apart or argue or fight or be really terrible with each other. So it makes us move on. I feel like you are going to meet this person. I think that the Fool card is telling me that the door is about to swing open. It might already be open. And I feel like you are going to meet this person who is going to be your long-term person who has all of this. They're going to be beautiful. They're going to be someone who can display a whole lot of witty banter. They're going to be someone who may have differences of opinion from you, but respects you enough to say, you know what, I respect that you have that opinion, and still respect you even though you have a difference of opinion. I feel like you're looking for your star because you are a star and you can only attract what you are. We do have the Seven of Wands. And so I feel like you should be defensive with your energy, that is the faith energy. I feel like you should be selective as to who you give your energy to and fight off the rest. Make sure your boundaries are up and you're keeping the promises to yourself, because I think you are quite spiritual. You are somebody who's quite spiritual. We do have the Ten of Cups here. And the Ten of Cups tells me there's your happiness, your ultimate happiness. We do have strength. Just hang on. Courage. You're going to meet somebody who is emotionally available. You're going to meet somebody who is courageous, like you, a dragon slayer. You're also going to meet somebody who's going to make you very happy, and someone who's going to commit to you and who is going to fight for you. Somebody this person is going to be at your back. You're not going to have to worry about a damn thing. I don't care if they're feminine or masculine. This person's going to have your back. You're never going to have to fight anything alone again. I'm going to leave that right there. Whew, you guys are taking a lot of my energy lately. I kind of love it though. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you, Aquarius. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back, and I hope you will be too. Bye-bye.